Hello and welcome back. Now before I start this little project in the Nether that I was talking about, I need to store this ice somewhere. Now I can't just put the ice blocks down on the ground, because if I do that it'll melt because of the torches that are all over the place. Basically ice will melt if it's within 2 or 3 blocks of a light source and so on. So what I think I need to do is I'll just get some light blue wool and I'll use that to mark the stuff. So I'm not sure if I've got any shears, so I'll just quickly make some. Because now I've got Silk Touch will give us ice. I'm going to be farming lots of it because it's a very useful stuff. Where am I going? Sheep! That's where I'm going. Right, so somewhere in here are some light blue sheep. Yep, very noisy sheep. Here we go. I've not really been farming much of the coloured wool, because I've not really had a need for a lot of it so far. I'll have to get round to doing that at some point. Here it'll do. So this is a nice indicator that that's full of ice. Let's make ourselves a chest. We need 16 of those. That's the same way everything else is positioned. Yes. Oh, I'm out of torches. No, I'm not. There we go. And this way my ice doesn't melt. Right, so I'll just tidy up my inventory and grab what I need for the next thing we're doing. Okay, I've got myself loaded up with some iron, some gold, and railroad tracks, and all stuff of that ilk. So it might be obvious to you that what I'm doing is building a railroad. My first ever one, actually. I don't think I've ever really made a railroad for anything. Now the reason I'm doing this is because the next project I really want to tackle is the Blaze farm, Blaze XP spawner, whatever, that's here in the Nether, because one, it's a good source of experience points, and B, I'm going to need the blaze rods in order to make ender eyes, so I can find the fortress, so I can find the portal that leads to the end, so I can get an ender farm, which is the best source of XP. So that's what it's all about. Now one thing is, this stuff will grow in the real world now, won't it? So, considering I spend most of my time in the real world, it might be worth setting up a netherwart farm in the real world. So, let's just grab enough of this. I think I've got some of this in the real world anyway. So I've got enough that I can start my little farm. Oh yeah, there's a load there. Anything useful? No. Right, so what I have done is, this is the way to the Nether Fortress. And what I have already done is I've set this up. That was a strange noise. I've set this up ready in that these chunks, they really have to fix this chunk loading, don't they? Basically I've covered it in cobble all the way there. It's stairs on one side and it's ready for the tracks on the other. I'm going to go find out what's making this weird thingy noise. Yeah, because it's one of those things and they're quite rare. Come here. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, fighting mobs is a lot more glitchy than it used to be. It's like as it used to be in SMP. They don't react to the hits properly. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna die, Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Let me. Okay. All right, we can control this a little bit now. They'll have to come at us through this small opening, and they won't be able to leap so much. Come on, this way. Right, all that and no magma cream. Would you believe that? Another couple of little ones. Oh! Wow. Where's my magma cream? Is that not stingy? Oh well. So, anyway, I've covered this up already with cobble going all the way to the fortress, and that took quite a while. So now I want to set up the train tracks and so on. And I'm going to I'm going to need cobble, aren't I? Because I'm just going to for now use levers to power the. There's no cobble. I'm going to use levers to power the powered rail track. Sorry, I appear to not have the ability to speak this morning, which doesn't, which is quite a bit of a problem when you're trying to do a Let's Play commentary. I think it's because I didn't have a cup of tea, because I'm out of milk. And, as a British person, not having tea, that's the worst thing that can happen. There we go. I came here for cobble. I'm quite low on cobble. And now you know why I'm low on cobble. I'm low on cobble because I was using it all in the nether. Okay, now I've got cobble for switches, so I can do my powered rails and I can make those as I need them. So, what we have here is, as I said, one side has got a stair, the other side is just these straight steps, and that's because this is the side that the rail track is going to run on. So we'll just run this to here. Now I think this is going to be my station, my little departure station or something. And I'm going to take the design of this that I saw in a DocM video, which is that the problem is if you just have a cart sat there, if you when you get out you bump into it and then it just shoots off and vanishes. So the trick is, I dug out a bit more of that than I meant to. Oh well, doesn't matter. The trick is you put your cart on soul sand. Because once if a minecart is sat on soul sand, it doesn't move or go anywhere. A little more centralised. So the track's going to go up to there. That's where the cart's going to sit. So actually, I probably want to do that. So obviously, though, if the cart is not already on a rail, you need to get it on a rail when you're ready to head off. Now the way I'm going to do that is with a piston. So I need to dig that out. How am I going to put a piston there? So we need to make a piston. Sticky pistons. They need to be sticky. I grabbed everything I needed for pistons except for the sticky stuff. Bah! I've not made the planks yet. There we go. Okay, now we make them sticky. Like so. Right, I'm going to need some smooth stone. So let's quickly make a furnace. Don't think I've ever made a furnace here in the nether before. Haven't felt the need. That's probably enough for now. Right. Oh, those zombie pigmen are being so noisy. So, my sticky piston will go there. And a powered rail track is going to go... No. Sticky Piston has to go one further back, doesn't it, of course? There we go. So, it's going to go there. A powered rail track will go there. So, how do you make powered rail tracks? There we go, powered rails. I'm going to need as many of these as I can make, actually. So, that'll do for now. This is what I've been hoarding all this gold for. So, the powered rail goes there. And I think I'm also going to have a powered rail there. And... oh, you bastard. I'm going to have to deal with him. I've got my bow. Die! Drop anything interesting? Yep, there's a ghast here. And some experience points. I think I'm going to fill in a little wiring hut back here, otherwise some ghast is going to come along and just destroy my wiring. So what we want is that when we push a button, which can be positioned wherever we want really, then the piston pushes forwards. So let's grab that smooth stone we got. Hey, a little bit of experience. So where's going to be good? If I'm sat in the thing here, there's a reasonable place for the button. So I can run the redstone this way. Will that be covered? Yes, that will. Should I keep out of sight of those ghasts at all times? So we can just run the wire like this, I think. And as you can see, it pushes that forwards and pulls it back. And if there's a cart there, it will just slide in underneath the cart. All nice and happy as Larry. Not sure who Larry is, but he's apparently a very happy chappy. So we can put this wall back like so. And it's all nice and good. Now, I want this stuff here to be powered, and I probably want this to always be powered. And the easiest way to do that is to put a lever down next to it. I'll probably replace these levers with redstone torches buried completely out of sight at some later point. But for now, that's just easier. Whoa. He came a bit close, didn't he? Let's get out there. Whoa. Haha! Ghast killer. I'm going to make this tunnel a little bit deeper. Because the deeper the tunnel, the less vision they get on you. Also, I might eventually put a railroad track leading to all the other places as well. And railroad tracks have to be covered by cobble, otherwise ghast will blast the hell out of it. Right, so now when I press this button, you see that this bit of track here becomes activated as well. So I'm going to put a Let me just put a break there and a block there, and we'll test this out. Let's make ourselves a minecart. Ooh, that's an issue. We don't want that to happen. We'd suffocate. I think I might need it to be pushing in from the side rather than from the back. Which means I don't need this back here at all. Oh well. Okay, so let's see, when we come back, we end up there. And when we want to head off, that happens. There we go. Alright, got this sorted now. So, but the advantage is that when you get out, see, it won't move or push. If that was just sat on a railing or even on a normal bit of ground, it would slide all over the place. But with the soul sand, it's nice and stationary. So I can just come along and go dum-de-dum-de-dum, sit down, hit the switch, and we're off. And we'll end up all the way over there. Oops. And when we come back, we will end up nicely nestled in here. So that's how we're going to do the ends of our stations. If we start to get fancy and we have like multiple destinations and so on, like if I do make a track going over in that way, then there might have to be a junction point there to decide whether or not we're turning and so on. In which case there'll be more than one button, and each button will set the direction of the junction and launch you. So now all I need to do is get this to go all the way. Now, I want to be as economical as possible with my powered rails, so my plan is to see how far we'll get going there. Now going, obviously this is downhill, so it's all just going to go in one long swoop. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add enough powered rails to make sure we get there, then I'll try the reverse trip, and we'll see how many powered rails we need to add in order to get back again. Now, it's entirely possible I will run out of resources before we complete this rail track. Good thing is I didn't actually have to make any of these rails, I just robbed them out of abandoned mine shafts and stuff. Now, as you can see here, as I was going, I made sure I kept track as to which side of this path the railroad would stick on. Oops, we're going up here now. It's all completely covered and it's all completely safe, so we don't have to worry about ghasts at all. I'm curious to see how far the normal rail tracks we've got will get us. Now at this point, due to the terrain and how it was laid out, the track sort of swaps sides. So the stairs end up over here. 57 more. That's as far as we get. Alright, how much further do we have to go? Yes, we have an annoying diagonal here. That's going to be difficult to power. Yeah, we've got quite a bit further to go, haven't we? So this here is the Nether Fortress, and this is a blaze spawner. that I've deactivated by completely and utterly covering it in blocks. So somewhere in there is a blaze spawner. So about here is the right place for my train to end. So while we're here, let's build this end of it. That can be a stop point. Actually, now I've robbed that out, I'll use one of these because it will blend a bit better. So that's my stop point. My soul sand goes there. There will be 2 powered tracks there. And this time the piston will bury in here. So we put our piston there, powered track there. Where's a good place for the button? I don't really want it in your face. There, maybe? It's going to make it tricky to hide the wiring if I do it there, though. Right, so imagine I'm on a cart. Button could just be there, couldn't it? That works. Lever goes there for now. Switch that on. Perfect. Right, so let's make ourselves some more train track at this point. I need wooden sticks for that. I brought plenty of wood. There we go. I don't think I've got all the pistons I need, so I can just... I've got more iron still, and each one gives me 16 rails, so that's actually pretty good. Let's just get... trying to get 3 stacks. There we go. That's another three full stacks. Oh, hang on. I'm not sure that's on the... Ah, look at this. It's on the wrong side. The entire station should be over there. I'll just go around a corner. We'll get in there, and then we'll do that. Right, we work our way back. Ah, okay. This is where we've got to start going diagonally. I don't think there is any easy way of doing this. Now I could just keep doing that all the way to the corners, but then you'll actually end up probably getting seasick as you ride it. So you're better off doing this. Now what I may find is that when you've got a minecart track that's right up against a corner like this, it loses speed. So what I'm probably going to do at some point is widen these gaps out a bit. You know, make the corridor slightly wider. Because that way I'll have to put less powered rails in. Because also adding powered rails to something while it's going sideways isn't actually... Because I don't think these things will connect around a corner at all. So if I do that, but then I add one there... Oh no, add a normal track there. See, it doesn't connect up. So you sort of need the occasional straight bit in order to power it. But we can fiddle with that, because that's just logistics. Problem. Ooh, hello, real world. Let's get my cobble. There we go, now it'll connect. Because you can't connect up from a corner straight up something either. And here we have another one of these things. Which side of the road do I want to end up on? It doesn't matter. And we're going this way. Hopefully this will connect up and I won't need to make any more. Put another stack there. Aha! We have connection! Now, phew, this is hard work. Now, I think I should do my test run from this side because, I don't know, more of it is uphill going that way, and that's what's really going to take these powered rails, is all that uphill stuff. So I'm going to need a lot more levers. I'm using levers because they don't use up redstone. Yeah, zombie pigmen are a problem in your railroad tracks because they can spawn anywhere. And basically you're happily, merrily poodling along in your minecart track and then you hit a zombie pigman and you bounce back and you end up back where you started. But there is a solution to this, which when I get back to the beginning I will demonstrate. See, what you can do is you can put glass, because glass does not suffocate you. So if you put glass at head height all the way above where the track is, the minecart will happily scoot along underneath the glass. Your head is in the glass, but you don't take any damage. But it means that zombie pigmen cannot walk on the tracks. So essentially there is going to be glass all the way along like this. And it's a lot of glass. It's a lot of glass. But it's perfectly safe. I will demonstrate this by making myself another minecart. I realise that I now have two. Oops, why did you spin off sideways? That's a little annoying. I don't think it matters. Right. I'll get in, hit the button. Oops, hit the button. See, and I didn't take any damage. So what I'm doing here is I'm seeing how far will that first push get me. It will get me to here, and then we stop. Oh dear. What just happened? Interesting. Knock out a minecart under your feet and you end up on the other side of the wall. Or was that me getting out of the minecart? Hello. I have to get back in. There we go. That was unexpected. Right. I'm all turned around now. So those three powered rails actually got me quite a distance. I mean, I'm not in any real hurry when I take these trips. I'm just too lazy to actually do the walking and so on. So, considering that that's the awkward bit, I think if I replace these two here with powered rails, that might give me a bit of a push before I get to the awkward bit, and maybe I'll get past there. So, let's drop that down, activate it. And we go back to here. And we test it again. And we go tra-la-la. And then we get a bit of a boost. And we go almost nowhere. Yeah, now I think that's these corner bits are slowing me down. Ooh, I take damage if I get out halfway. It's because the ceiling's only 1 high. Right, so we need to get clearance on these things. Basically, in order for your cart not to slow down, you want to avoid places like this where it's... I think in a straight line it's okay, but it's when it turns these corners. So if I put some, you know, a little affair like that, wherever there's a corner, just basically give it a bit of clearance, so the square edges don't collide with stuff. I think it will do a lot better. This is obviously the major one. Relatively safe from ghats on this side. This basically all needs to be moved out 1 so it's further away from the track. Curious whether that's far enough out. Let's watch it as it goes by. Yep, that seems okay. So if I build my new wall out here, nope, nope. Oh, annoying zombie pigmen. That's why I need all the glass. And now I've got to fill in the ceilings. I'm wondering if I'm being too conservative with these things. Maybe I should add some here. Give me a bit of a boost. Where are my levers? Oh, there they are. They don't look like levers. There we go. That way I might be going a little bit faster when I get there, so we might end up going a little bit further. Right, let's put this down. Come on. There we go. The fact that it keeps doing that is slightly annoying. I might be able to fix it by doing that. Right, let's see how we do. Boom. Yep, see, that gets me a little bit quicker. Oh, there we go, there we go. And that gets us to this straight. Excellent. So on this bit we can put another couple of powered tracks. Lever, switch. Let's pick this up. And I think I'll carry my testing on from here. I've got to push forwards a bit. Leap in. Yep, and we've got another one of these things where that's going to keep getting in the way. So, I'm not going to make you watch any more of this because you sort of get the idea as to what it is I'm doing. So, I will see you when I'm done, and we can enjoy the ride all the way there and back. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm not certain, I've not done a full test on it yet, but I think it should be pretty good. Now, I don't have enough glass to glass the entire ceiling in, so zombie pigmen might get in the way and ruin our ride. I've also realised that those places where it's going diagonally in a narrow passage, or where the track switches sides of the corridor, once it's glassed in, I won't be able to manually walk it at all. So I may have to widen it in places just so I've got a way to go around if I need to walk manually. But let's see if this gets us all the way to the fortress. Whee! It's like a roller coaster. Now I think I've put the tracks often enough. Whoops, whoops, we've got a bit of momentum there. Okay, I always take a bit of damage there. I'm going to have to take a closer look at that bit. Come on, will we make it? Will we make it? We've made it. Got another uphill slope. Another uphill slope. Get us around that corner. There we go. Now here I've... Ooh. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to watch that. The glass right on the edge of a downward slope is a bit too close. Are we going to get to this bit of powered track so I can keep testing? Yes, we are. Yeah, that's a problem. And there's no way we're making it to the next bit. Very unlikely. Do 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 do. Come on, don't make me get out. Don't make me get out and push. You can do it. You can do it. I've no idea why we're still moving. Is it actually something to do with the glass? Is it because our head is in a glass, so it's actually pushing us out of the glass? It might be. Well, if it helps with the testing. Come on, come on, come on. You can make it to this bit of power track, can't you? Come on, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And we're on the power track. And we're on the power track. We're on the power track, but we're not moving. This is weird. Have I found a bug? Is this a bug in the minecart system? That because I'm moving, but I'm not moving very much. This must be something to do with going really slow when your head's inside glass. And it's messing up the whole system. This is very strange. Okay, I'm going to try and get out now. Because we're almost at the... Well, I don't know where we are actually, but... I can't get out. Oh, I'm going the other way now. Okay, we'll test it in this direction. There we go. Whee! Okay, we've got this long straight, but we just make it to there. Then we go downhill, which lets us pick up a bit of momentum. Ah, this is what keeps damaging me, presumably. So let's chop that out. This is one way to make sure the mine track is clear, is just ride it and chop out anything which gets in our way. If we can make it to there, then there's plenty of powered rails going up here, because this is quite a steep slope. Oh, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Right, we've made it back to our starting location. Let's try going the other way. And hopefully with those glass blocks removed. I'm going to have to watch that when I'm doing the glass blocks. I've obviously been putting them over the tracks a bit too close. I'm always amazed that we make it up those slopes back there, because it really seems like we shouldn't have the speed. Okay, now we're into the glassed area that was messing us up so much. But this time I think I've gotten rid of most of the blocks. There was one there. There's another one here. But if those weren't there, we'd have definitely made it all the way. We should make it to there. Okay, well, apart from needing a lot more glass, and some of the glass being slightly more intelligently positioned, this is a successful railroad track. I can go back and forth now without having to run manually, which means although it might take almost as long, although actually it's probably slightly quicker, but yeah, so almost as long was correct. I'm really missing that cup of tea. It's going to seem less tedious because I can just do the ride. So I have to start thinking about a design for my blaze spawner, which I'm pretty certain there is one in here. There it is, and there's a blaze. So obviously there's you can have pistonless, pistoned, high volume, high yield. You can be automatically crushing them. You can be using potions to do it. I quite like Etho's method, which is he crushes them a bit and then he hits them with a harm potion. The other thing you can do is just hit them with poison potions. We will give that a think. So let's get back to base, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.